So I'm going to be showing how to change the oil in my sewing machine. It's the Juki DU-1181N, and I've got this oil here. Don't know if you can see that. I got it on eBay and it's from C. Bennis Supplies sewing machine oil. And there's 1 litre, that would be more than enough for what I'm going to do. So I've got to tilt the machine back, and then underneath here you'll see the sump, and basically that oil is all yellow, and so that shows that it's old and it's been used for quite some time. So we need to change the oil and put in this fresh stuff. So down here, I don't know if that is set up very well to see it, but down here there's a screw. So basically I'm going to undo this screw, and the oil is going to drip out through the drip hole underneath, and I'm going to have somebody underneath who's going to hold the bucket in the right place so that it doesn't go on the floor. So they're just getting under there now. When we drain the oil is going to come out of this little spout here. So this is where you want to have your container. So basically I had my partner hold a bucket underneath so that I didn't have to think about that part as I was undoing the screw at the top. So once you've finished draining, you can then give this under here a little wipe so that it doesn't sort of drip any more oil. They're holding the bucket in place, so I'm going to undo this screw. And when you undo the screw, there's actually a washer on there as well, and you have to make sure that that washer doesn't get lost, because basically, oh, if I can undo this, because that obviously stops it from leaking once you've refilled it. There we go. And you might be able to hear that it started running out. I'm just going to move the screw out of the way if I can. And there's the washer, if you can see that. And this here is my magnet that I put in there so that if any bits of old needle or whatever get caught up in there, that'll catch any of that. So basically you can see there's some areas where it won't drip out on its own, so I'm going to use kitchen roll to clear those out in a minute. Just let everything possible drain out of there. Clean up the screwdriver, clean the washer and not lose it. I've got floorboards with cracks in, so I want to make sure that that doesn't fall down. And you want to give all of this a good clean, because if there's any bits of metal and stuff caught in there, we don't want it to get in the clean oil. As you can see, look, I just cleaned around this screw and that's really pretty black. Just clean this off my table as well. Right, so I'm going to start getting some of this out. So I'm just using kitchen roll. And look, that's pretty black. That's all bits of metal and stuff in there from the machine. And I'm not sure why it's got these little pools where the oil sits, but they don't drain out. You have to actually get something in there and soak it up rather than wait for it to drain out. And this is a good opportunity to clean out all of these little areas where thread gets caught inside, because there's lots of little bits of thread and stuff that gets caught. And then this filter, you just need to give it a gentle wipe over. Might be best to use your finger, don't know. just to make sure there's no bits caught on there as well. So now that's all cleaned out, I'm going to move my magnet back down to the other end. Actually, that could do with a clean as well. I'm going to put that back down the bottom on the low point so that it catches anything as it tries to move down to that end. And I'm not sure if you can see or not, but here's two markers, high and low, and so you will need to be pretty much up at the high point when sort of putting your fresh oil in. It doesn't matter if it's slightly lower, but it mustn't be down as far as the low mark. First of all, we're going to put the washer and the screw back in. I'm just going to give it a few turns to get it started. And then tighten it up. And I think because it was so hard to undo, I might get my pal to do it up really tight so that we know it's not going to leak. There you go, just give it a little twist. Yeah, that's all good. Thank you. So then what we'll do, I'm just going to wipe my hands a bit because I'm covered in oil. I'm just going to give a bit underneath a little wipe so that I know that it's not going to drip anymore. And here we go with the oil here. And I'm just going to pour it in. Nice clean oil. Make sure it gets into all those bits. Gets in all those areas. And I don't know that you're going to be able to see particularly, but that is on the line where it says high. And that's basically it. So I've refreshed the oil, I've cleaned it up all around, so now you can just put your head unit back into position. And we're done. I think as a final thing what I would do is wind a couple of bobbins so that that fresh oil has had the opportunity to work its way all around the machine. I've got another video showing you which points to oil all over the machine for regular oiling, and also you should put a bit of oil on the hook underneath in your bobbin area.